right, my friends. Welcome. Very loud. Very loud. Good to have you with us today on a Thursday. It's Thursday. And it's wet. My goodness, is it wet. My friends. Hey, I was looking at pictures yesterday, and I found a really interesting one. We'll talk about that. I'm going to chat briefly about the fight, the gunfight, the street gunfight that happened in Milton on Monday. We talked about it a little bit yesterday, but there's connections, and we'll go into that. And your phone calls and more, 850-771-0049. My name is Nick Stewart. This is Sunrise Santa Rosa. You know what your name is. I hope. Right on the inside of your underwear. That's the best way to do it. That's what Joe Biden does. And they put it on a card and stick it in his coat pocket. All right, my friends. Your forecast for today. Showers and thunder showers during the morning will give way to steady rain this afternoon. Potential for heavy rainfall, high near 82. The chance of rain today, 90%. Tonight, scattered thunderstorms early, then variable clouds overnight with showers at times. Low near 74. Chance of rain, 60% overnight. Then tomorrow, showers and thunderstorms, high near 83. The chance of rain tomorrow, 70. Right now, it's 75 in Milton. It's 82 in Gulf Breeze, 80 in Navarre, and 78 in Pensacola. There's river flood warnings and all that stuff. Wow. It is not bueno. Good morning, everybody. How is everybody today? All right. Multiple roads in Pensacola are flooded as heavy rains impact northwest Florida. Scaby County said residents should avoid these flooded roadways. Rebel Road and Bueller Church Road, 9th Avenue at Tehar Drive to Blount Street, Cervantes Street at Pace Boulevard, Fairfield Drive at Market Street, West Intendencia Street to St. Coyle or to South Coyle Street, Gregory Street to N Street, and Fairfield at Mobile. And I did not get an update for any kind of street closures in Santa Rosa. You just never know. But there's lots of rain. Don't go through flooded areas, right? Go find another way. National Weather Service has issued a flood warning from late Thursday night to Saturday morning for Big Coldwater Creek near Milton. At 2 p.m. Wednesday, the stage was 4.4 feet. Flood stage is 10 feet. Minor flooding is forecast. The river is expected to rise above flood stage early Friday morning to crest at 10.3 feet early Friday afternoon. Then will fall below flood stage early Saturday morning. All right. Flooding of lowlands. Some fish camps will occur. Precautionary preparedness actions. Turn around. Don't drown. Sand is available at the following locations. You must bring your own sandbag and your own shovel. There's only so much we can do for you. Pace Fire and Rescue in Pace. Corner of Carroll and Pine Forest Road in Milton. Corner of Citrus and Leisure Streets in Navarre. And Tiger Point Community Center in Gulf Breeze. There you go. So be careful. Lots of rain. No winds really, just rain. Keep it cool. All right. Got it? Everybody got it? Share the show. Yep. Make sure you like the show and share it. We appreciate that. Yeah. Yeah, Romy's on. Hi, Romy. Good to have you with us today as well. John says, surprised they haven't canceled school for all this rain and flooded roads. Well, that's a good point. That's a good point. They're saving it for COVID. The rain has caused COVID. That's what it is. Florida Commission on Ethics has found probable cause in several ethics violation complaints against Escambia County Commissioner Doug Underhill. Let's find Brother Dougie's picture. There he is. And I know Keith will go off on a rant. But just know this. Finding probable cause is not a determination that a violation has occurred. Such a determination is made only after full evidentiary hearing of the allegations. The commission found probable cause to believe that Underhill misused his position by publicly sharing or publishing confidential transcripts, including minutes from Escambia County Commission's shade meetings. Probable cause was also found to believe the information he disclosed was only available to him as a public officer and gained by reason of his official position. You don't need to know. Commission also found probable cause on 3 allegations that related to Underhill soliciting donations through a GoFundMe page, including soliciting donations from a vendor, lobbyist, or principal of a lobbyist of the county, accepting prohibited donations to his personal legal defense fund from a vendor, lobbyist, or the principal lobbyist of the county, and failing to disclose reportable gifts in excess of $100 on a required disclosure form. You wonder how much of this stuff is set up. Regarding 2 additional allegations relating to the reporting of gifts, probable cause was found to believe Underhill failed to report free personal legal services from a law firm, as well as travel and shipping expenses provided to him by a nonprofit organization. Other allegations were dismissed by the Ethics Commission with a finding of no probable cause. Those dismissed allegations include Underhill published a GoFundMe legal defense fund to a social media, so solicited free legal services from lobbyists, vendors, or accepted free legal services from a lobbyist or vendor, had a conflicting employment or contracted relationship with the Pensacola Sports Association, and an allegation that Mr. Underhill solicited and then accepted reimbursement for travel and expenses from an organization that accepted funding from the county. So those were dismissed. According to the Florida Commission on Ethics, Underhill can enter into a settlement at a hearing admitting wrongdoing and accepting a fine. He doesn't usually do that. Did we already talk about how the Milton City Council was not notified of the governor's visit? No, we have not. But we can if you would like. All right. So, Brother Doug is under fire, so we like Doug. We like Doug. We hope everything turns out all right. On September 15th, the Escambia County Sheriff's Office investigators served a search warrant at Rodney Busby's home. Rodney Busby. There's Rodney. He looks special, doesn't he? Rodney's home is located at the 8200 block of Lawton Street. Investigators discovered around $25,000 worth of stolen items. Here we go. Let's go through the list. Well, there's probably your weed eater. How many weed eaters do you need to steal? I don't know. He's got a lot of them. There you go. That's lawn items, ladders, tools, guns. You see any guns? Does he look like he needs guns? I don't think so. Yeah, big terrain vehicles and the golf cart is ruined, by the way. Rodney stole a golf cart and ruined street signs. This guy is a turd. There he is. Look at him. Rodney Busby. So they've got him set up, and the items are stolen from 8 different burglaries ranging from June 2021 to September 2021. He was arrested and charged with burglary, theft, and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. So there you go. Stand with Underhill. Hashtag stand with Underhill. I stand with Underhill. I don't like the separation, the non-separation in words on hashtags. Do you get that? Because I read thunder in there. I gotcha. Looks like the guy who got my catalytic converter. Yeah. Probably was. They didn't find those. This was the Ethics Commission we should have sent the Schiebler evidence to. Well, no. They only apply it sparingly and when it works against their enemies. Klepto. I don't know if he's a klepto. He's a ding-dong. Yeah. Corey, that was my thing. It wasn't a firearm. There was multiple firearms, but you get the concept. All right. Governor DeSantis announced Wednesday morning more than $3.4 million in funding for military communities and bases across the state of Florida. DeSantis stopped in Milton to announce that more than $800,000 in funding will be awarded to military communities based and bases in the region. And here's how it's broken out: $300,000 in Santa Rosa easement purchases around Whiting Field, and $60,000 for the development of the Whiting Field Engagement Park. Now, here's the picture. I want to share this picture. Someone slipped Dave Piech some Gas X. He looks like he's holding an air biscuit. Help him out. Now, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. If it's you would think, I mean, if you're a no, it's not. It looks like he's holding in gas. So here's my question. If you are in the public eye, right? And you want to be behind the governor. You want to stand back there for a picture? You need to be more cognizant that there are cameras flashing. They're always taking pictures. Keep that in your mind as you make faces, because this is the one that's getting out. He maybe should have not had the burrito at lunch. I don't know. But that is quite the face. Dave Piech. He is. No Nordic track at his house. No. But he is. It is a gassy picture. That is definitely a gassy picture. He got to put that on his Christmas card. No, you know what? Here, Roger, here's what we need to do is post that picture on just the picture. Post the picture without the story on Milton Post, and then have a caption contest. We'll give away a free mug. We'll give away a free mug, Sunrise Santa Rosa mug, for the winner. So we'll choose a winner tomorrow afternoon, and we'll give it away over the weekend, right? One term, Dave. But we did save your captions. Save your captions. We'll do it. We'll do it online. We'll do it on Facebook. The best. The best. Oh my. Oh, Dave Piech. Oh, one of the Escambia County doctors. This is him, who co-wrote a letter to the school district. It takes many doctors to two doctors to write a letter. The school district, they wrote a letter to the school district, spoke with Channel 3 on Wednesday. Of course they did, saying Escambia County school officials are not doing enough to prevent the spread of COVID-19 in the classroom. The 15-page letter, who do they think they are, Heather Lindsay? He's up on the letter writing. 15-page letter shares the message from two doctors who say the COVID numbers are just too high. They're out of control. They are ridiculous. Stop it. Stop with the COVID numbers. The student body will persist in being in a state of facing the clear and present danger. That was a great movie with Harrison Ford. Of cases of COVID-19 spread that could otherwise be prevented. The students and parents in the district are confused. They need indoctrination. I mean, education. The school district reinstated its COVID precautions 2 weeks after school started following the outbreak, and beginning the school year, canceling assemblies, suspending field trips, and suspending school access to volunteers. Dr. Harper feels it wasn't enough. And they hadn't been sending that message until now. It's become apparent there's a devastation in the district from COVID-19. It's devastated. In the letter, the doctors say the district needs to focus on indoctrinating or educating students and parents about getting vaccinated and wearing masks, which remain optional. It is interesting. What is it? Is uncomfortable side glances. I know. Good morning. HB is for burrito. HB. HB. I don't know what that means. What is HB? Romy. You got me on that one. I want to understand. I see clarity. But these doctors, we need to educate because you're ignorant. If you don't want the shot, you're ignorant, and you need to be re-educated. That's what he's saying. All my own people. And it's your fault. The school district is bad. Sorry, Nick. Okay, gotcha. No worries. All's good. Some 44% of people living in Santa Rosa are fully vaccinated as of September 14th. That's according to data from the Florida Department of Health, excuse me. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention considers someone fully vaccinated 2 weeks after they've been given a single dose of Johnson & Johnson or a second shot, either Pfizer or Moderna. Now, gotcha, hamburger. I don't want to think anymore. Can I be re-educated? Yes. Yes. Your new hairdo shows that you clearly can be. I'm just kidding. I like it. 44% of Santa Rosa is vaccinated. Now, let me say this. I think for Santa Rosa, that is very good, considering conservative mindsets and things like that. I think that is probably as rich as you can get it. What do you think? Do you think that is high? Do you think it's low? I mean, for the area. That's what I want to know. I understand. I'm just teasing Justin. You know that. That is a strong percentage. Yes, exactly. It is a strong percentage for Santa Rosa. It's a high number. You want to take that and be thrilled with it. If you're looking for high numbers, that's probably the best you're going to get. Do you think you'll hit 50%? Never. Never. Will you do that? Only 18% Democrats in Santa Rosa. Exactly. And to get 44%, that's pretty good. That's how they're blaming the unvaccinated, so everyone's getting jabs. Let me see. That's how they're blaming unvaccinated. So everyone getting from jab to included as unvaccinated. Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The numbers. Yeah. Then add the naturally immune due to infection. That's huge. Yes. And I am amongst that. Pensacola City Council gave a final approval Wednesday night for Mayor Grover Robinson's proposed $253.2 million city budget. The adoption of the city budget requires 2 public hearings, and Wednesday night was the second hearing on the budget. The vote was 6-1, with Councilwoman Sherry Myers as the only no vote. There she is. Myers said she was voting against the budget because she didn't believe the process the council followed to make amendments to the budget was fair. I believe it was completely chaotic. I do not feel that I had or was going to have an opportunity to adequately present my suggestions. Myers walked out of the first budget hearing after Council President Jared Moore took each budget amendment one at a time. Myers said Wednesday that all the amendments should have been presented and then turned over to the city staff for analysis for the second budget hearing. None of the other council members voiced any complaints over the budget process. Is she another Sharon? Not Karen, but Sharon. Myers belongs in Chattahoochee. Yep. Yes. Yes. Natural antibodies are the best from the COVID. Yes. But you don't understand. You need the shot on top of it because that's what's. Bo says the percentage is higher than expected. However, if you are a veteran and you get vaccines at the VA, they don't report their number to the state or county. Ooh, I didn't know that. So sick of the film Flim Flam so-called leaders. I understand. Honey Badger. There you go. Oh, we did that. All right. I don't know. So now I want to talk about this because you remember the story we did about the shooting in the street Monday in Santa Rosa and Milton. It is connected to the street fight from Milton United a couple weeks ago. Meaning some of the same players. So the guy that was shot was the guy doing the filming or the videoing of the street fight. So they like this stuff. They like this street fight stuff. What is the funniest video in YouTube history? The fight? I don't know. Yes, Holly. The guy who videotaped or did the Facebook Live for the fight with Merrick's, Summer Merrick's, and the other woman in the street, he was the one that shot because he took off his shirt for a fight in the middle of the street, and he got what he deserved. There you go. I don't know. We already did this. What is happening? Some of the stuff is repeating on us, so maybe it is Dave Piech. His repeating is causing all the verbiage to repeat. I don't know. The Mew is trying to make Milton into Chicago. Is it? Oh, Milton United. I thought you were talking about the virus Mew. Sorry. I understand. You didn't do anything wrong, John. I just misunderstood. Is Milton United trying to make Milton into Chicago? I don't know. Maybe they need re-education. Maybe they just need education because that's what you need if you don't get vaccinated. Maybe people that are doing street fighting need education. I thought Santa Rosa County had said that Jones was shot. Yeah, it was. He's the one that did the video for Merrick's. It wasn't her husband. It wasn't Christopher. It was this Jones. Heard all his car windows were shot. I think one was. I'm not sure if all was. I think just one. Yeah, it's such danger for an innocent person to be killed by a stray bullet. Oh yeah, and that's the thing. This is bad. It's bad. Yeah. Well, Grandma came out with a stick, and she did. So yeah. Just know this stuff is going on. And I would dare say, I don't know. I'm going to say this. I do not know this for sure. But I would dare say that they're associated with Milton United as well. And they see nothing wrong with it. If you read, I got Facebook, a big long Facebook post, and I can't really share it because the language is absolutely vile. But they feel justified in what they did. They did nothing wrong. It was in the street. It wasn't on anybody's property. They weren't on anybody's property. It was in the street, so it's okay. Holly says, so Milton United went from being a local nonprofit to local gang. Local nonprofit youth group. Youth, yeah, it was a youth organization, and gangs are youth organizations, so it's okay. It's all right. I agree. Anybody that is involved, they get arrested. Granny's gangsta could be. But look, and I don't want to hear any defense for this nonsense. It is absolutely undefensible. Has always been who these people are. The key people have those violent personalities, and it's yeah, John Bird outfit. People who behave like street fighters show a lack of intelligence. Well, it's a disrespect for themselves and for everybody around them. They think this makes them special. It doesn't. Are people getting fired from Santa Rosa Medical for not getting the vaccine? There is information on that, and we're trying to get that. What? Why did you say no? She's not, Sheila. You don't get involved in that kind of stuff. You just call the cops. Working on it. City had technical difficulties uploading. Oh yeah, it's on YouTube, I think, isn't it, Romy? The Milton City Council meeting. They had struggles. All right. A federal judge temporarily blocked the state of New York on Tuesday from forcing medical workers to be vaccinated after a group of healthcare workers sued, saying their constitutional rights were violated because the state's mandate disallowed religious exemptions. Judge David Hurd in Utica issued the order after 17 health professionals, including doctors and nurses, claimed in a lawsuit Monday that their rights were violated with a vaccine mandate that disallowed the exemptions. The judge gave New York State until September 22nd to respond to the lawsuit in federal court in Utica. If the state opposes the plaintiffs' request for a preliminary court order blocking the vaccine, a hearing will occur. State issued order August 28th requiring at least the first shot for healthcare workers at hospitals and nursing homes by September 27th. Anyone who voted for Biden lacks intelligence. Well, that's true. Because he does. It's on YouTube, but the audio is scrambled. Oh, good. Granny is a wonderful lady who helps a lot of people. Never been involved in any type of nonsense until now. California Sheriff said he will not enforce any vaccine mandate on employees of his department, citing the government has no authority to mandate your health choices. Over the past couple of weeks, the idea of forced vaccination has caused much concern across the entire country. That's according to Riverside County Sheriff Chad Bianco. And he says, I will not enforce the vaccine mandate on Sheriff's Department employees. The government has no ability and no authority to mandate your health choices. As your sheriff, I have an obligation to guard your liberty and freedom. Now, as far as the government mandating your health choices, they've already done that years ago with fining you if you don't get health insurance. Just saying. Yeah, but some people don't have senses of humor. New York Governor Kathy Hochul announced various mask requirements on Wednesday, including staff, visitors, and children ages 2 and older must wear face covering. Have you ever tried to keep a mask on a 2-year-old? Oh. The requirement applies to New York State Office of Children and Family Services, licensed and registered healthcare centers, home-based group family and family child care programs, after-school care programs, and enrolled legally exempt group programs during operational hours. That's from the governor, the new governor of New York. Here you go. CNN medical analyst, former head Planned Parenthood Dr. Leanna Wen, recently compared unvaccinated people who venture out in public to drivers who dangerously take to the road while intoxicated. If you're not vaccinated, you're a drunk driver. The emergency physician who once claimed no one should tell you what to do with your body has in recent days been busy demanding the government do just that. We need to start talking about the choice to remain unvaccinated as the choice to go out and drive intoxicated. She said that on TV, unchallenged. Unchallenged. Mm-hmm. Wynn also made the argument Thursday to CNN anchor Chris Cuomo, saying, you have the option to not get vaccinated if you want, but then you can't go out in public. Just like you could choose to drink in private if you want. But if you get behind the wheel of a car and endanger other people, it's an obligation by society to prevent you from doing that. Oh, good. Nice. This is interesting. I'm going to pop this woman's picture up. It's very sad. The Illinois family of a vaccinated woman who died of COVID-19 says that her death could have been avoided if more people were vaccinated. All right. Okay. She's a vaccinated woman. She died from COVID, and it's the unvaccinated's fault that she died. Because I don't know. I don't get it. Candace K. Ayers, 66, died September 3rd at St. John's Hospital in Springfield, Illinois. Ayers was fully vaccinated in the spring, but she got diagnosed with COVID-19 on January 28th. She was preceded in death by more than 4.5 million people infected with COVID-19. She was vaccinated, but was infected by others who choose not to be. I thought that was the whole point of the vaccine. But because you didn't get vaccinated, it's your fault. Ayers' 36-year-old son, Mark, confirmed the family's position in an interview with Fox News. We want to hold every segment of the population accountable and responsible for where we're at today. Well, whoop-de-flip-and-do. It's nobody's fault. You blame Fauci. Blame somebody. Blame Biden. They told her the shot was good, and it wasn't. It's not the unvaccinated's fault. And listen, I know the family's in grief, but listen to me. Just because you get the shot doesn't mean you're immune. She has the responsibility. She should have taken precautions. If she had a weakened immune system, wear a mask, stay home, shut up. And you don't know where it came from. You don't know where it came from. You do not know if she got it from the unvaccinated. She could have got it from vaccinated. You don't know. I know. This kind of stuff makes me angry. I get that they're in pain. I understand their grief. But before you open your mouth and go on public TV, stop it. I know. Well, I understand that. It's China's fault, which means it's Biden's fault because he's their representative here in the United States. It's Biden's fault. There you go, Kim. Keeping it real. I'm organic. I have organic antibodies. And organic is good. Isn't organic good? That's what they tell us. I have organic antibodies. I'm special. This is interesting. Former Pennsylvania State Senator Scott Wagner is behind billboards in the Keystone State that probably display the phrase, making the Taliban great again. alongside a graphic that looks like President Biden wielding a rocket launcher. Making the Taliban great again. Nice. That is awesome. And that's exactly how they should do it. The family are low info Illinois residents getting their, yeah, I know. She was reduced to her immune system by 35% when she got the jab. She went on TV because she was asked to only support a narrative. Well, it was her son. Wash your hands, cover your cough, stay home when sick, and if you're scared. If you have a weakened immune system, stay home. Don't go out. People are so nasty. Had someone sit in my chair and tell me because of my blood type, I'm resistant. But when I get it, I will die. What? I don't understand the last part. Organically protected. Absolutely. I need a shirt that says that. I'm gonna get me a card. I'm gonna make me up a card, like a vaccine card, and it's gonna say organically protected. Give him a really bad hair. Give him a horizontal mohawk. And pigtails. I always want to do pigtails. Make the Taliban great again. I love that. That is awesome. 850-771-0049. Some concerns are being raised about a new proposed IRS data collection proposal that's part of the American Families Plan. It's something you may have seen on social media, but it's real. Under this proposed plan, financial institutions will have to report deposits and withdrawals of $600 or more every year. $600. It was $10,000. Now they want to do $600. U.S. Treasury Department says the reason they want this change to be made is to cut down on tax evasion. And the department says they estimate this will generate $460 billion because they're overspending. For the consumer, this brings concerns of data privacy because the IRS typically has more than 1 billion cyber attacks a year. President and CEO of the Arkansas Bankers Association, Lori Trogdon, says adding new data only compounds the risk of fraud by exposing more customer data. If this change were to actually happen, then banks would be forced to build a new system to report the data. The reason people don't open bank accounts is because they're very concerned about privacy, and this only compounds the situation and the fear. They want more of your information. They want to listen, hear me. You got to hear this. This is a step toward digitizing your monies. You won't be able to do cash transactions anymore. They will do away with money, and everything's going to be digital. And you will have to use the banks, and they will track. This is not paranoia. This is not conspiracy theory. How many of these conspiracy theories have come true? I know. Well, you can't do it with cash. It'll have to be with product. Former President Donald Trump on Tuesday's broadcast of Newsmax TV Spicer and Company reminded viewers that former President George W. Bush got on the aircraft carrier and made a fool out of himself. Here's his picture. And made a fool out of himself, referencing mission accomplished speech on USS Alabama Lincoln during the Iraq War in 2003. During a speech at the 9/11 Memorial in Shanksville, Pennsylvania, Bush said, "There's little cultural overlap between violent extremists abroad and violent extremists at home. Then there's a disdainful pluralism in their disdain for human life. In their determination to defile national symbols, they're children of the same foul spirit." Now, I wonder if he was referring to BLM or Antifa, because he said they destroy, their disdain for human life in their determination to defile national symbols. So, like statues that were torn down, federal buildings that were burnt. Trump said, I had President Bush's speech, heard it over the weekend, and I said, this is the guy that got us into the quicksand in the Middle East. And he didn't win because he could have won, and he didn't win. Remember, he got on the aircraft carrier, made a fool out of himself. President Bush made the single biggest mistake in history of our country, and that's getting us into quicksand in the Middle East, and then he couldn't finish the job, and now he's lecturing us. Trump added he doesn't mention Antifa, he doesn't mention BLM, who killed people over the summer. You know, they killed a lot of people. They burnt down cities, everything else. Nothing happens to them. They go after the right, and it's a disgrace. President Bush should apologize to the people of our country. Yes, President Trump, he should, but he will not. I know. I know, Stephanie. They just keep rolling them out. Just in time for Christmas. Here's the new strain. Just in time for Christmas. The holidays. His dad was one of the biggest criminals of the 20th century. Yeah. They had already, what is this? It's kind of long. They had the info currently and what percent of, who's they? And what is that info? Okay, gotcha. The digital stuff. Yeah, but they're going to do away with cash completely, Ty. You are just lucky. My patience is wearing thin, to quote Joe Biden. No pronouns. Where is BLM? Well, they've gotten what they've wanted, so they'll wait. They're waiting for another black man to be shot for having a weapon, for breaking and entering, for raping a woman. Who knows? But that's what they're waiting for. Yeah, that was crazy, having the shoes thrown. 100 days till Christmas. Woo-woo! Nice. I'm ready. There's a list of strains by date, year that they'll be out. Oh, yeah, I believe that. I know, Justin, you fell asleep at the wheel. So Roger got a jump on you on the Christmas boost. So you got to pay attention. If you're not going to do it, somebody will. All right. Marco Rubio has called for the resignation of General Mark Milley, chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, following reports that he planned to undermine President Trump and inform China of an impending attack following Capitol Hill riot on January 6th. In a letter released on Tuesday, Rubio urged President Biden to dismiss Mark Milley immediately, charging that he undermined the former commander-in-chief of the United States by planning to commit treason. I write with grave concern regarding the recent report that General Milley, chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, worked to actively undermine the sitting commander-in-chief of the United States Armed Forces and contemplated a treasonous leak of classified information to the Chinese Communist Party in advance of potential armed conflict with the People's Republic of China. These actions by General Milley demonstrate a clear lack of sound judgment, and I urge you to dismiss him immediately. He is a traitor. While speaking to reporters from the White House on Wednesday, Press Secretary Jen Psaki was asked about the explosive new book that alleges that Milley, chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, held secret meetings behind Donald Trump's back and even secretly told leaders not to take military strike or nuclear orders from Trump days after the January 6th incident at the U.S. Capitol. Psaki said Biden has complete confidence in Milley and made it clear that the president does not believe he should step down. So our president supports treason. Oh, good. I don't know. But they get to define it. Oh yeah, we're ready for Christmas countdown. I do. Listen, those you don't know, I collect Christmas albums, vinyl albums. I have over 1,300 vinyl Christmas albums. It's a struggle. The struggle's real. Soviet Saki. Yep. Bring on Christmas. The U.S. government will spend $470 million, that's dollars, to learn more about long COVID and its causes and potential treatments. The National Institutes of Health announced plans Wednesday to grant with a grant awarded to New York University and a goal of enrolling up to 40,000 adults and children nationwide. The effort, dubbed Recover, will involve researchers at more than 30 U.S. institutions. This is being taken with the greatest seriousness and at a scale that's not really been attempted with something like this. Collins said estimated 10% to 30% of people infected with COVID-19 may develop persistent, new, or recurring symptoms that can last months or perhaps years. Long COVID, $470 million. Stephanie says, I'm a hoarder. They're not laying about the place they're stored. Yep. We are at 9 shares. Need 11 more. Share the video. Like it. Share it. We've got 50 people on here. We can share it 50 times. I'm just saying. Special counsel John Durham, the federal prosecutor tapped during the Trump administration to investigate the origins of the Russia investigation, you remember that, could be days, if not hours, from taking his case to a grand jury against a cybersecurity attorney for allegedly providing a false statement to the FBI. But the clock's ticking. Durham is zeroing in on September 19th, 2016 conversation between the lawyer Michael Sussman and an FBI employee. The statute of limitations expires this weekend, and questions remain on whether he'll have funding to continue his investigation past the government's fiscal year on September 30th. He's yet to submit an official report to the Justice Department, but portions are expected to include unfavorable information about the FBI. Durham has cast his net wide and apparently looking at individuals outside of government, they said. His review has led to 1 prosecution thus far and has stretched longer than the 2-year tenure of special counsel Robert Mueller. So it's coming. Let's do it. We'll count yours, Donna. We'll count it. All right. So, yeah, Durham, he's bringing it on. He's bringing the money. All right. Now, listen to this. Biden issued a stern warning to Democratic West Virginia Joe Manchin. My patience is wearing thin. Joe Manchin had a reluctance to back the multi-trillion-dollar COVID-19 stimulus package. According to a new book, Biden called Manchin on March 5th on the eve of the Senate's vote on the package to convince him to join Democrats. If you don't come along, you're really blanking me, the president allegedly told Manchin. That's what good Catholics, that's the language that good Catholics use. Evidently, because Biden's a good Catholic. You're really blanking me if you don't come along. At the time, Manchin, a moderate, was considered the key swing vote after he expressed concerns about the high cost of the package. On the same day of the alleged phone call, Manchin compromised with his fellow Senate Democrats over a disagreement involving unemployment benefits in the package. The Daily Caller reported Democrats supported funding of $400 of weekly unemployment benefits, while the West Virginia senator supported a proposal offered by Republican Senator Rob Portman that would have only included $300 in benefits through July 18th. Cinema and Manchin are the only things keeping our nation from being bankrupt. I also found out, that that we are now being taxed more than communist China taxes China. That's what the goal is, to overtax you. for this great big splendid plan, this great big Green New Deal that everybody wants. Everybody wants the Green New Deal, even Republicans. No, no, AOC, you're incorrect. And your statement gives me gas. I'm just saying. It's bad, my friends. It is bad. Few Democrats were surprised to see Governor Gavin Newsom swat down the Republican-driven recall campaign in bright blue California, but they were pleased with how he did it by making the race into a referendum on former President Donald Trump and his supporters' extreme resistance to coronavirus precautions and attack on the Capitol. And now they think, the Democrats in California think, that that is a winning message and that they can keep California and that other Democrats need to follow suit because that will keep them from bleeding from the neck come at the next election. It does. Again, dictator. Issued a stern warning. That's what despots say before. Yeah. Look, he'll become an enemy. He'll become an enemy. AOC makes everybody sick. I think AOC makes herself sick. And why they give her TV time, I will never know. Because it's laughable. She is really, really dumb. She's a very dumb woman. And I'm not saying that out of spite. She's stupid. Oh, my own people. Just know this. That there are those that are standing up. There are those that are holding fast and standing up for what is right. Not everybody. You can't count on Mitt Romney's. You can't. You can't count on Liz Cheney's. You can count on them to be jackwagons, which they do. Yep, she's a slap idiot. But listen, these people have a time limit, and they know it. I do this every once in a while, and I'm not going to apologize for it. But if you need to go away, you can go away. Get your own show. But here's the thing. This is good versus evil. All right? And now, Satan knows, and if you read Revelation, if you're a Bible scholar and you read Revelation, Satan knows he's lost and he's going to do as much damage as he can in the short time he has. The Democrats are the same way. They know they're going to lose in the next election, and they're going to do as much damage as they possibly can before they get there. Because that's what they do. You tell me this. You tell me where the love of country is from the Democrats. You tell me where they care about people, where they care about life. You tell me where they hold to any kind of biblically moral standard. They have their own weird, twisted. It is. You're right. Last Days, man. I have not read that book, but I've heard about it. But listen, this is real. And you see, I listen to me. Hear me. If you are not a believer, I just want you to look around you. Just open up your eyes and look at everything that is going on. I like Sid Roth. He's interesting to watch. He's got a lot of mannerisms. It's kind of interesting. So I like that. Skywatch TV is also good. They only care about power. That's true. But you see this, and you look around, and you look at all of the assault that's coming on you, the viruses, the natural disasters, the attack from the left on what they're doing with all these mandates. Listen, if you don't believe that jab is the mark of the beast, it's coming. It is a precursor to it. So just open your eyes. He did. He did. Oh, my word, people. Open your eyes. If you are not a churchy person, I urge you to just start asking questions. I urge you to get in a good solid church, a Bible preaching church. Get in and just listen. And if they aren't connecting what's going on now in the world with the Bible, find somebody else. Find another church. If they're talking about feeling good about yourself and everybody kind of kumbaya and get along, find another church. Get in, find somebody that's preaching the Bible, that's connecting stuff to what's going on today, and understand this is not just hype. Okay. Maybe you can help Pinglas. I shouldn't have said that. I apologize. It is obvious. It is obvious. Get in church. And listen, seek it out. Read your Bible. If you don't have a Bible, contact me. I will buy you one. I will give you a Bible. I will help you sort through it. If you want to do a Bible study, we could do that. I would be happy to do that. But you've got to get right with this. I know, and that's wrong, Justin. Those pastors will have to answer for that. Those pastors will have to answer for that, for not, listen, pastors are to be watchmen on the wall and alerting people to the coming danger, and we people are there. We've heard this stuff since, that's even in the Bible. There are people say, oh, it's not a secular crisis. It is not. This is spiritual warfare. And if you do not believe it, then all I can tell you, Keith, is find a church and get in it. That's all I can tell you. Bible in a mug. That's right, Jimmy. I don't like the ESV. I do not like the ESV at all. But that's a personal preference. I'm not downing it. I don't like it. I'm just saying. Church does not equal faith. No, you're right. But avoidance, there's no place in the Bible that encourages casual worship. Just saying. You got to go to worship. Find a church that is preaching the truth. Stick in it. Get right. All right, my friends. Thank you so much for being with us today, for liking it and sharing it. Make sure you do that. I want to thank our sponsor, Gulf Coast Gun. I'm going to pick up my purchase tonight. I'm very excited. GulfCoastGun.com. Check them out, and we appreciate them so very much. Hey, thank you so much for being here today. God bless.